If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Look, I do care, but I don't care. My phone is always on me, but I'm not there. Notified, but it always coincides with something that overrides. On the grind over time, nobody gets no reply. That's bona fide, no disrespect. Screen's always lighting up like a cigarette. I save my writing for the symphonette. Here's the thing.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, well,
You're not my problem.
look,
But you got issues.
hey.
Don't call me.
You said I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Why do you think this is? What you say doesn't match up with how you're leaving me on red and how you never pick up the number between the girls on your phone. So you got a pretty high Candy Crush score. Boy, you're wasting your time. Let me tell you, babe, it wasn't my fault. You're not my problem. Boy, you got issues. Don't call me.
You said I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care? And you say I should've texted.
Don't hold out for a text that you'll never get. Are you bitter yet, or is it jealousy? Fundamentally, there's nothing you could thread to top my lethargy. A message in a bottle, and that bottle in an ocean, and that ocean is no metaphor for my devotion, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy.
And you say I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Phone is always on me.
What's up, people? How's it going? I was just enjoying my dinner. It's a few minutes after 4 p.m. Still a bit sick, but I'm here. We're gonna get into the latest Dragon Lord Frodo. Maybe he will join us. Maybe he won't. I don't know. He already said he's not interested. I'm trying to hook him up with an Amazonian woman, and he's not interested. What the hell is going on? Is this real life right now? I cannot actually believe this, but we're still gonna get into it. DLF, don't even dare removing your video. I have a backup, okay? So relax. People, we're gonna get into this. Dragon Lord Frodo is still talking in an extremely disparaging manner about his uncle as well as myself. I don't understand. Why the hell is how the hell did he get my address? Probably on one of those like sites like Workopolis or something, or monster.ca. I'm pulling overtime. Yeah, death by snoo snoo. Yeah, exactly. You know, as Reyes 6'1", he's 5'8". She's a lot taller. I'm not sure if I can consider her a lot bigger. Like she really holds her body well, right? Like she's really attractive. I'm not gonna not say that. He couldn't handle her. Definitely couldn't handle her boisterous nature, is how I like to put it. Boisterous. Sup, Luke Davis? How you doing? How are you doing, everybody? All right, so let's see how far we can get into this. Some of us have seen this. When did he put this out? This was 7 hours ago. And of course, he's gonna go in circles as usual. I wonder if Mama Scrunch cautioned him again, or if hey Beaker, what's up? Or if his uncle cautioned him, because he did put out his uncle's address and everything else. So that's another issue all to itself. And he's been constantly putting on my address and trying to scare me off, talking about the ladies using their first and last names, all sorts of shenanigans happening with Dragon Lord Frodo. I wonder if he's gonna come into this live stream because we still have some questions. Where the hell is Willie? We would like to know. That is a very important question, anyways. Random Fish, you're saying you're at a Mexican restaurant for lunch, but we'll keep the stream on, though I can't hear because of this music. It's all good, Fish. Thanks for being around. Really do appreciate you. All right, if people don't know what Death by Snoo Snoo means, maybe Cypher, you can explain it. Maybe you can explain it better than me, Cypher, but it would be definitely Death by Snoo Snoo. Let's go, people.
Hey kitties. I think I want to do this video because I don't think people understand the real severity of
It is. Actually, Death by Snoosu is a thing where you get like a woman that's typically bigger in size than you. It could be in weight or in height or a combination of both. And you're just gonna be as small as a guy compared to that woman. So she would have like Amazonian proportions, and it's usually tied to something that is salacious in nature, where you meet your end in a salacious nature with an Amazonian like woman. That is what Death by Snoo Snoo is. And of course, Futurama reference, you could say that. A 6 foot tall Amazonian woman can crush your pelvis any day of the week. I concur, Cypher. I concur.
what actually happened with my rich uncle. Okay, like my mom comes on there and she says that, and this is actually really hard to talk about because I really want to
Hey, Jay
I
Herod.
really want to talk about like what goes on in my head.
Wow, this is actually escalating. So Nolabu is saying Monty Mama Scrunch replied to one of his community posts and stated she has a protective order against the LF. That kind of makes sense. So I think there's multiple layers going on here. I think the uncle is honestly gearing up to do a cease and desist on him, or maybe get a protective order. Mama Scrunch is doing the same thing. I'm sure she's probably called him and he's yelled at her or threatened her with some sort of physical violence. He is threatening me. He's threatening the two ladies in Lockport that might actually take action against him. I don't know for sure. He's threatening you, Nolabu. Like, sometimes you gotta stop and you gotta quit while you're ahead, because anybody can actually record or save these videos, present them to authorities, and there are blatant threats here. They are. Like, you can't tell people you're gonna unalive them, or you try to unalive them, or you try to do this, or you try to do that. You are gonna get arrested. Beaker says he'll be locked up by August. Yeah, if he doesn't stop. You see the last foodie video. I didn't actually get a chance because as soon as I was cooking dinner and cleaning up the kitchen, she posted that video. I'm gonna have to take a look at it probably after this live stream. What happened with that, Cypher?
As far as the sexual abuse that my rich uncle did to me, because I think I need to explain like the effects that it has on.
What, she did a performative Jane Fonda workout? What? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
So what my mother tries to tell everybody was that, oh, he was just going up to you and like, oh, like that, or oh, like that. That's not anywhere. That is nowhere near what he was doing. Remember when he said? Remember when my mother said on Monty, aka Carrie Karen Crooks's interview with her? Remember when she was describing the turtling thing? So that's what my uncle would do to me. Okay,
He would turtle
this
you.
wasn't just a grab that and a poke. This was like a violent act every single time. What my rich uncle would literally do is he would knock me on the ground. Okay, he would knock me on the ground, get on top of me, and do this shit like that.
Wait a second. How come this is the first time I've ever heard of his uncle knocking him to the ground? Because if I first hear this, it actually gives a different context. But we've heard this story ad nauseum, and he's never talked about his uncle knocking him to the ground.
Shit. And he would do that to me all the fucking time. I would scream, and I would scream, and I would start getting loud. And he would get all pissed off at me because I was screaming that loud. He'd be like, keep it down, we have neighbors.
Right, Nola Boo?
You know? And she, so this wasn't just like, oh, well, grab. No, this was a literal, like, throw me on the fucking floor and do this. And put me on my back and pin me down and do this. Okay? This was a literal violent act. Okay?
Yeah.
And when I at times I start thinking about it. Like I have thoughts about being abused to this day. And it's basically, it feels like this. It's basically like, it might be something like, I don't know. It might be something stupid that I see on TV or something, or in the thing out and about or whatever, and
yeah, he's completely out of control.
it'll start reminding me of what was going on. And then I'll start like thinking about it over and over. And I can't help it. It's like a constant thought loop of like just getting this shit done to me over and over and over and over again. And sometimes actually when I'm alone and it's happening, like I will literally just like I know I'm physically my body. I'm just like going like this. Well, like this sometimes when I start thinking about it, like I start like having like a physical reaction, like it actually feels like what he's doing to me, and I actually just did it to myself.
Has anybody ever noticed this always comes about whenever there is some sort of perceived crisis? Whenever he has to move out of his apartment for like 2 weeks for renovations, this stuff comes up. Whenever he feels he needs a job because money is tight, this comes up. Just lost a job. His disability stuff is up in the air. We're not really sure what's going on. This comes about. It's always every single time something happens that this starts coming up again over and over and over. It's like, why? Why is that?
Like I actually just went through that mental anguish just now. Like I trying to show you on video. So see, like that, like right there, I just had like a flash of him doing that, and then I just put that. Like if you notice, so if you ever notice, like sometimes in my videos, go back in my like some of my some of my video like recently done videos. You'll notice like sometimes like when I'm sitting here doing it, sometimes I'll just like randomly go like that or something.
No, I've never seen that.
That is because it's like a physical effect. Because I'm having a quick flashback of being sexually abused by my rich uncle. So that's what happens. And also sometimes it can get so bad that I'm like this all day, and then I'm like, just stop, and I'll just like start doing that like out loud.
If DLF is in here, are you here, DLF? Because if this is for real, why haven't you taken your uncle to court? Because he's brought this up and he's bringing this up on a daily basis. If this is legitimate, why hasn't the uncle been taken to court? Because I'm sure he has considered it, right? Like, how many years has he been going on saying the same things over and over and over again?
And then sometimes too, I'll start yelling. Like as I'm sometimes like, okay, let me describe this. Sometimes it feels like when I get like really, really triggered by something, I feel like I'm confronting that person, and sometimes like I'll just be here alone. Like people don't know this, but like when I off the camera, like this is what happens when I'm off a camera. Sometimes I'll start thinking about like my rich uncle doing that to me, and like I think it's more like a coping mechanism. Basically, what it is, like I start thinking I start having flashbacks of him abusing me like that, and like as a coping mechanism. I believe it's a coping mechanism, but it feels like a coping mechanism. Like
Really?
when I'm just alone, like I'll just go like this. Mark, you son of a bitch! I am going to fucking kill you. Like I will just yell that. as, but it's more like not like a threat. It's more like, how do I say this? It's more like I'm playing out like a confrontation, and I'm like telling him off. Or like it doesn't even have to be like a threat. I could just be like, you fucking, I could just sit there and just by myself, I will sit there and, you know, I guess you could say I'm pretending that he's there, but I'm like literally like yelling at him, you know.
Okay, there have been people who have repeatedly said in the comment section he needs some therapy. So is he still doing Endeavor? Hopefully so. Um, there's a lot to this, and the more he talks about it, the more serious it is, and it can get. Like, I have my doubts, of course, because I've heard this story for a multitude of years, and there seems to have been changes now to this story, things I've never heard before. But Mark is taking it seriously. His mother is taking it seriously, along with the threats against her. I'm taking this a lot more serious than I was 2 days ago because it keeps bringing it up. So I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. But like I said at the start of this stream, there's a potential for this to go sideways and for DLF to end up with a charge because there's just certain things you can and cannot say. And his uncle has endured this for years, but now, like I said, it's getting just more and more serious.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't actually think that he's there. It's more of like, in order to, it's hard to explain. Like, in order to combat my bad thoughts about being abused, like, I feel like I counteracted by kind of acting like I'm telling them off,
Yeah,
but
I
I
get it.
do it in like a vocal way, if that makes sense. I don't know. And like,
He can do like one of those, those areas you go to relieve stress. Like you go into a room where they have old furniture and or appliances that you could like bash with like a baseball bat, or a room you have plates that you could just throw and smash the plates just to relieve all that pent up stress and anger towards somebody or towards multiple people. Some people even do axe throwing. Some people just hike just to relieve that tension. Some people paint. Some people draw. Some people do woodcrafting. All sorts of stuff people do to relieve stress. But yeah, there are those types of like companies that cater to people just to just get a bat and just start smashing stuff, get plates, just start throwing them.
and like, sometimes I'll get overboard with it too. Like, I don't know. It just sometimes I just get,
Martial arts
ugh,
laws.
oh my god.
He needs to just get those nuns
But like,
out.
I found that, and here's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing. Here's the thing
yeah. Martial arts classes would be good.
that I found. I found that when I have those thoughts, right, of of my uncle sexually abusing me, and I have those thought loops. I do find that the weed does kind of help with that, but it basically is the weed is just basically replacing those thoughts. So instead of having thoughts about being sexually abused, now I just have like thought loops of just stupid goofy shit, you know.
Right? He can bring his nunchucks with him. You know, I really need to start getting to editing that live stream from the 28th that got removed. I need to, yeah, I'm gonna get that done ASAP. I really do. So what I'm gonna do is work on that right after this and just keep chipping away at it. And then I gotta upload it in 2 parts because we had a lot of great footage from that. Whenever anyone says nunchuck, I think just thinking of the Wii accessory. Yeah, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it? But he has, I guess you could call them real nunchucks, but they're not really real nunchucks because the chain has to be longer and the baton on the ends need to be shorter. And they need to be not soft for him to hold. They gotta actually be hard wood. Metal's a lot better. Any type of like super hard substance.
And
It is great footage, Fish. You remember that night he was doing the nunchucks, he was doing art sorts of stuff, and then it ended because he decided to report the streams.
I mean, I'd rather just talk. I'd rather just have goofy thoughts than have, you know, whatever. So, you know, that's why I basically, you know, smoke weed as well.
You remember
Because
Clackers? Yes.
it kind of represses the PTSD from that. Like,
I remember a lot of stuff.
I heard.
I remember marbles, dominoes, clackers, Pong. I even think I got a Pong slammer still from like 1995 or 1996. I could swear I still got a a Pog slammer. What did I say? Pog slammer. But yes, I remember clackers. It's like a string. Then you have like a little loop in the middle. Then you have like 2 balls at the end for the clackers. You're gonna have plantanos for desert. Nice.
Stories of like you know like soldiers go to like get shell shock or whatever.
Platanos. I love
PTSD.
plantains.
And I never really understood it. Like I never really understood it. Like when that happens, like I never really fully. I kind of do now, but like so basically.
I'm sorry. His with whatever he's calling his PTSD, I can't take that away from his experience if he feels that it's that way, but it's nothing compared to what an actual soldier has to do in life and death situation. I've seen some awful videos of the Ukrainian and Russian war of just soldiers taking each other out, and it's just super sad that the life is so cheap like that. And it's very hard for me to watch. I up to yesterday I watched a couple videos and I'm like, is really people's lives that cheap that, you know, there could be so many people 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just losing their lives just like that. And you know, the world just moves on. It's like those are people's loved ones, family members on both sides, just they're just gone. They're done.
It's like, yeah.
Clackers have 2 balls. Okay, here we go. Dragon Lord Frodo at it again. But I'm gonna refresh because he's saying it's me. Let me refresh the screen. It's probably him.
I never really
Let's see. Wait a second. Whoa. It came back. Okay.
understood it. Like
Clackers have 2
I
balls.
never really understood it. Like when that happens, like I never really fully. I kind of do now, but like so basically, it's like, yeah, if you're sometimes like if you're at war or something, and you see like one of your military buddies get killed, like in front of you, like that moment, that vision of it is just so, you know, impactful. Like, holy shit. It makes you think. I got this a little bit with Eugene too. Like, it's not really about like.
Rest in peace, Eugene. Rest in peace.
It's not really about like, oh shit, some guy just got his head blown off in front of me. No, you think about it like this. It's more like the person that got their head blown off is like, you know, around my age. And that was what happened to him. Holy shit, this could happen to me as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought about it, and it's like, I think Eugene's death, like, really affected me a lot. I really do. Because, like, I think what happened was when Eugene died, because he was my age. You know, he was like my age.
What is going on? Is this like a YouTube thing? At first, I thought it was DLF. Let me refresh again. Oh, the video is private. So it is him. I thought so, DLF. It is you. DLF, DLF, DLF. DLF, DLF, DLF. So I'm at.
Like this.
Wait a second. Now it's back. I think he's messing with me, people.
It's more like the person that got their head blown off is like, you know, around my age. And that was what happened to him. Holy shit, this could happen to me as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought about it, and it's like, I think Eugene's death, like, really affected me a lot. I really do. Because, like,
I did, Luke.
I think what happened was when Eugene died, because he was my age. You know, he was like my age. And when he died, it kind of showed me, like, Jesus Christ.
All right, that's it. That is it, DLF. You're playing games, all right? So we're 15 minutes and 22 in. I'm just going to bring out my own video of this that I put on, and we're just going to do it that way. We're not playing these reindeer games with you, Dragon Lord Frodo. We're not playing around with you. It's on like Donkey Kong. See you at Pride tomorrow, Dragon Lord Frodo. You're gonna be there, right? I know you're listening. Stalker. Yeah, he probably is gonna be there trying to stalk those ladies. You might catch a charge, DLF. If you do that, because you know you've been doing a lot of stuff. Just hey, don't say I didn't warn you, just like the last time. You guys remember the last time when I told DLF, you gotta be careful of how you're talking to the prosecutor in charge of your case, because you could easily catch a case, right? Catch a charge. And he kept on messing around. He kept on playing around, doing his thing, not taking things seriously. And then boom, he got I think about 2 months in jail. And I was like, hey, I told you so. You just can't be messing with the law like that.
And when he died, it kind of showed me, like, Jesus Christ. Fucking Eugene died. He was my age. and he's like dropping dead. And it just makes me feel like I'm old, like I'm getting old, like I'm 40 now, and I'm like, holy shit. And I sometimes I look up people on the internet. Like I was looking up like old people, like no, I was looking up like old classmates of mine from like back in like Gateway days and shit.
Gateway.
And it seems like a lot of my classmates, they got kids, but like there was this one guy I went to school with, and not only does he have kids, he's a fucking grandfather.
Right.
He's like my age.
Can you imagine
He's a
that?
fucking
There's people who are like grandfathers at 40. Yeah, they might have kids like in their teens, just shy of 20, and then their kid in their teens, just shy of 20, has a kid, and you're a grandfather. So it seems that he used to go to Gateway Longview Lind School and Residential Services, if I'm getting this correctly. So I guess it's a school for people who have some difficulties. So it does have specialized education and whatnot. So he's been looking people up, which, a lot of us do that. Where we take a look at our yearbooks, you might find your yearbook from like the 90s, and you kind of look up people's names, be like, oh my God, I remember this guy or this girl. I wonder what happened to them. And then you search on Facebook and you see like they might be a mom, they might be a grandmother, they might be a dad, a grandfather. All types of stuff happen.
like I'm like, Jesus Christ, the people that I went to high school with back in the day are like fucking grandfathers. I'm like, and I don't know. I just it's kind of depressing to me. Like, just I don't know.
If DLF goes to jail, the first person he's going to reach out to is going to be his mother. And that's the sad part. Like, you thrash your mom, DLF, but the very first person out of anybody and everybody that you will reach out to because you want money on your books would be your mother, the same one that you've been threatening, which is actually completely sad to me that you can do this without a care in the world, and then she has to deal with you, has to put money on your books, has to make sure you're okay. Yeah, it's why.
But and I don't know, and it just depresses me, and it's just like on top of that, like I'm having these like recurring, thought loops, I guess you'd call them, about shit that happened, 15 years ago or so, and it's just oh, it's a lot of shit that like is affected because of that, like because of what happened to me, like I really like, how I wear the fucking underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I like wearing the underwear around, but like I don't like wearing no shirt. Um, and it's not like a look thing. It's not really like a look thing. It's not real. I just feel like if I just wear no shirt, like I feel like I'm like vulnerable, and somebody can
That's how
grab
it
me
is.
and like that, and so
I thought he wore pants. He does, J. Herod. Pink
or
ones.
like I don't like wearing
French cut.
shirts that are like too short and like they end up looking like this, or because then it's like like a little bit. I feel when I'm wearing a shirt, it makes me feel like protected, if that makes sense. So I like wearing just underwear, but I really don't like no shirt. Okay, even though that one day with Carrie Crooks.
That's true. They both do have explosive anger disorder. Hey, did you see how Crystal came live last night for about well, actually, was it 3 minutes? Yeah, just about 3 minutes. She was slurring her words. She looked as if she had alcohol in her system. And it was like, okay, yep. All right. DLF says she doesn't understand. She cannot wrap her head around the fact her brother, who is financially successful, can be capable of that. She is in denial. It's sad. Okay. Well, why don't you come up and talk about it then, DLF? The floor can be yours. All you got to do is click the link and then we can have a serious conversation about this and what's going on with your family and how this might affect you going forward and what you can do. Let's just, have a conversation and go from there.
I took off my shirt and my undies. Yeah, it was just for like shock value. But like if you notice, I barely do videos without a shirt on. And also too, when he's doing this, he's like, I can feel like organs shift because he's doing it so violently. And
all right, we got Jimmy Boots here in the back. Let's have a conversation. What's up? Hey, Jimmy. What's up, DLF?
yeah.
Not Jimmy Boots. Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. What do you want?
So tell us, like, you're serious about this whole thing and your uncle. So your parents, they would leave you at your uncle's for what, like a week or two at a time?
Say that again.
Was your mom leaving you at her brother's place, which is your uncle Mark, for a week or two at a time during the summer?
I don't know. They would all go to like fucking Vegas and shit, and it would bother me because then that would mean I would have to sit around with that idiot all like for like a week or something, and it was just like you should just. It was never like she always. Remember what she said? I'm sorry, Carrie Karen Crooks. I'm high as a kite right now.
Okay. So was this a thing that happened every summer? They would go to Vegas?
Yeah, they would go to Vegas, but like remember in your interview with her, she was saying, "Oh, we took them on vacation." Yeah, that happened like when I was like 2, and then it was just after that she's like Vegas. Then it just dumped me off at the uncle's, and then I think they would go for like 2 weeks, so I'd like have to spend a week with them over there and get molested with him, and then I would have to go over to my dad's mother who goes to church on a Sunday night, or she goes to church on a Saturday night like a Jew. Okay, and I don't know. It was fucking weird because she had to fucking watch the football game on Sunday.
Okay, I got a question for you. Mama Scrunch gets free stays at several casinos throughout Central, Western, and Western New York. Why doesn't she bring you if she's getting free stays?
Because I don't want to go to a casino. I hate
But
casinos.
then you could get free food though.
I hate casinos.
It's not even the casino itself. Like these casinos, they have like a lot of amenities like spas, pools, outings. They'll give you tickets to like free shows. So you don't have to go gamble. Why is it that
She offered to take me to some with African concerts and shit. I'm like she offered to take me to go see Google Dolls. I'm like, fuck that. I said, because my mother used to go to high school with Johnny Resnick.
who's that?
From the Google Dolls. The singer.
Oh, okay.
She used to go
Gotcha.
she used to go to high school with him. And she used to beat him up in high school.
Really?
My
Oh yeah,
mother-
he was born in Buffalo. He was.
But the whole band is from Buffalo.
Mhm.
But like that's like our band. I don't know. They suck. I think they suck. But she used to beat up Johnny Resnick when she was in high school. Okay. And I said, I'll go if you beat him up in front of me. Like old days.
Does your mom actually brag about beating up one of the Google dolls?
What?
Does she brag like, yeah, she used to kick his ass?
I don't know. She told the story once. She used to beat him up or some shit. This was before he was even in that band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, isn't Mama Scrunch proud? Mama Scrunch was a
And I'm
Mama
like,
Scrunch then.
I said, hey, does he even remember? Does he even remember you? And I said, yeah, he knows.
Yeah, Mama
We're
Scrunch.
good friends now.
Yeah. Mama
And
Scrunch back then.
when the bodega uncle knows Robbie Takehack from the Goo Dolls as well.
Okay.
He's the one that stayed in Buffalo and is actually, he helps out a lot of local musicians around here. Johnny Resnick just got rich and moved to California like a scumbag. Anyway.
So did Mama Scrunch beat him up or beat him off? There's a difference.
Beat him off. I don't know.
So back then, Mama Scrunch used to be Mama Punch.
What?
Mama Scrunch used to be Mama Punch back then with Johnny.
Mama Punch?
Yeah, Mama Scrunch, Mama Punch.
Oh.
Really?
You answer my question about the dreadlocks?
Okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta go to Hong Ching first because I was hooking you up with an Amazonian chick.
No, I don't want to fucking hook up with a chick. I want to know about your dreadlocks.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Electric ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the science center. You're gonna hook me up with some cash?
Do you know what would happen though? Like, would the
I don't know.
What?
How about you treat me like one of your French whores and hook me up with some cash to go to the Ontario Science Center?
No, I don't want to. I'm just wondering. My theory here is that it's not going to work. Like I think.
Yeah, my mouth is full with sugar.
Doesn't the dreadlocks aren't they kind of heavy?
Well, we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah, You can just rub a balloon on your head and see what happens.
Okay, sure, DLF. I'm gonna do that. As long as you be nice.
You gotta do
So
that on tape.
I
So,
got
like,
I
if you
got
ever go to the science center, I'm just saying, if you're ever there, then you want to do that ball thing. You know, you can check it out. You know.
yeah, I
Like,
will.
if you go on, if you're on like a date with some like little boy or and or like some little girl and
What?
then you can test it out.
Why would I be on a date with a little boy or a little girl?
I don't know. I thought that's what you were into.
No, clearly that is not what I'm into because I had to pause there for a second.
Yeah, the what?
I had to pause because that's what I thought you said, but then I had to
So your brain couldn't process what I said quick enough.
because
You know what
what
that's called? You know what that's called, right? It's called being mentally retarded.
yeah. Is that what
Yeah.
you think of me, DLF?
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. You, Bonte, are a retard. For real.
DLF.
You just had a retard. You just went full retard. The
DLF.
word retard means to slow. So if
It does.
you couldn't get if your brain couldn't process that quick enough, you're technically retarded.
How did you find out where I lived, DLF?
Whoa. Whoa. What'd you say?
How'd you find out where I lived?
Same way you found out where I work.
How did I do that?
You know, I got my why, is that your real address or not?
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Was that your real phone number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you find out?
Who's Catherine?
None of your business, bitch.
Catherine something. Because I called that number. And it went to a
Really?
voicemail of
Oh, you called the number? What did you wanna know, bitch? I can tell you right now. What are you calling me for?
Well, the same way, I thought this was who's PG?
PG gave him the info. Purple glitter.
What's that? What is it?
That's purple glitter.
Oh.
You know who that is?
No, you want to know who gave me your number?
Yeah.
Mama Scrunch.
Mama Scrunch. I didn't give Mama Scrunch that number. So you're
So
lying.
she's texting you.
She was, but she wasn't texting me at that number. So
Well,
you're lying.
That's what she gave me.
No, it's not. Listen, if you want to call me, I can give you my other number right now.
What's wrong with the one I have on you?
Because somebody else is using that number under my family plan, so that's why.
So tell me, who's Catherine? Catherine.
Like I said, somebody's using it under my family plan.
So they're stealing your line?
No, I have multiple lines.
Oh. Why am I not under family plan?
Because we're not family.
Oh, so this is a family member?
Yeah.
No. Whatever.
You're not going to send them images of your willy, are you?
No.
All right. So can we talk about Mama Scrunch again? So why is Mama Scrunch getting an order of protection against you?
She's not.
Well, she left a message under a comment
Yeah,
saying that
yeah,
she
yeah.
is.
I can say, I can say that, I can say anything. Point is that until I'm arrested and I go before a judge, then I don't have a restraining order. She doesn't have a restraining order against me.
DLF, you're becoming like a jail OG. You've already been in jail OG. You've been to jail like a lot of times. It's like you love it. It's like you just can't get enough. You just can't get enough, right?
I don't know.
So you might be going to jail anytime soon
Why?
because you've said a lot of things. You've done a lot of things.
What did I do?
You've
Tell my
been
story. What cop is going to arrest me for telling my story about getting sexually abused?
well. It's not just the stories. It's about the threats.
What threats?
Telling the ladies how how you try to unalive them.
It's not a threat. It's
Well,
that's just you telling
unaliving
the story.
somebody is not right.
Well, I'm just telling a story here. I'm just telling a story about an incident that may or may not have happened past the statute of limitations. Okay, now that the
Oh yeah.
statute of limitations expired, I can tell the story. It's not a threat. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna try to do it again. Okay, it's not a threat. It's me just telling a fucking story.
All right. So you're saying when did Mama Scrunch try to call you again yesterday or today?
She called me yesterday.
And how did that work? Did you yell at her?
She was all pissed off that I was telling I was telling my lived experience as a sexual assault survivor. I was telling my lived experiences as a sexual assault survivor. And she doesn't want me talking about this. Oh, fuck this.
Really? You're gonna punk off like that because Edna is on? Wow, okay.
Oh,
He
DLF is
left.
messed up.
Yeah, that is messed up. Edna comes on and we're having a conversation here where we're trying to really get serious about like if this legitimate and for real. And as soon as Edna comes on, you're just gonna log out like a little bitch. DLF. Get back up here,
No, I wasn't gonna be serious. I wanted to have a high conversation because I'm high too.
right? Well, I guess he's scared of Edna. I wonder why. Like we were trying to
So,
have a conversation about the whole Mama Scrunch thing and what really happened with Mama Scrunch, and he just logs off like that. I
oh,
can't
he doesn't
believe
want
it,
to talk
Edna.
about that. It's serious.
I think he might. I think he
Mm-mm.
does want to talk about it. It's just I don't know what he has with like women, specifically black women. When he says he likes black women, but then he's logging off as soon as one comes
I
up
know
on
he doesn't even
panel.
want to talk to me.
Yeah.
You would think I'm scary or something. Like I'm gonna bite his head off.
Yeah, Edna is just trying to hang out and we're just gonna chill and then he just
Yeah,
logs off. Like, wow, okay. I
I'm
mean
just
that's
here for the good vibes.
exactly.
You don't have to be scared.
I don't know. I don't know what it is with DLF, but
You
yeah, I
know
really
what?
wanted
I
to
got
figure
my
out.
gummies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
so
you
I got a gummies. So I put them somewhere like in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
I've been high as I'm packing, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
where should I put my gummies, that I remember where they are, but in case they get misplaced, it won't be obvious. I don't know. So I
Mm-hmm.
put them with all my memento,
Yeah, and you finally found them.
like everything that means a lot to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So you finally found them. Oh boy, I wonder if Mama Scrunch is okay. I think DLF and Mama Scrunch probably had like a little argument. I also wanted to ask about the New York trip. Like, remember the New York trip when he talked about the feather in the ass and
Wait a
all that
minute,
sort of
though,
stuff?
Monty. A little argument. You said that they were ready to play, like to file legal paperwork.
Well, Nolabu said that Mama Scrunch made a comment that left a comment saying how she filed against him. It's right here. Monty Mama Scrunch replied to one of his community posts and stated she has a protective order against DLF because I think he has been pretty nasty on the phone. Jay Harry, you
Oh,
don't remember the
wow.
feather story? Yeah, the feather story happened
Wait,
where he kept on asking his mom like these
yeah, I don't
questions
know.
about the feather in the ass. You guys don't remember that story? Really?
N-
Yeah, the feather story.
No,
Okay,
is
you know
this
what?
when she was
I
sexually
need
or
to
essay?
I need no. This story was when they both went to New York and shit hit the fan, and they were supposed to go to those like sex like clubs. And something
Oh,
he kept on
okay.
asking his
Dragon
mom these
Lord
weird
Frodo.
questions.
Watch your language.
Yeah, he kept on asking these questions about to Mama Scrunch about the feather in the ass and stuff. You guys don't remember that stream?
So this
Did
is
they
something
take?
that he heard about and he just wanted to speak to his mom about. You
Yeah,
know what though? Like who are you supposed to speak to about this stuff, Monty?
I
He
don't
had
even
a
know.
question about a feather in your ass.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Your
so
parents say they want you to be able to talk to them about anything.
well, I guess he was talking to his mom about everything. That was one of my like very first
Right.
DLF videos. After the intro, it was the stuff about the stuff about the feather of the ass. And then Mama Crunch was entertaining him.
Vila, what made you ask about it? That's so funny.
I was actually gonna suggest that Nolabu that if it's this really this serious, you really need to have like a sit down conversation with like all the family members there, Mama Scrunch, Bodega Uncle, and a Rich Uncle, and really have a talk about this because putting this stuff on the internet kind of muddies things because then people have the ability to comment on it and then it doesn't look good and it can be one sided.
Right.
You need to have like a sit down conversation with your family about this stuff because this needs to end. It's been years.
Well, you need some type of mediator or,
Yeah,
family therapist there to help guide the conversation.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
DLF, nobody's taking away from you the fact or the feelings that you have regarding how your uncle treated you as a child. But now it's been what, at least 20 years. What are we gonna do about it right now today?
hmm
Shut up.
I don't know why he's being so mean, Edna. Edna, you're such a nice person.
Sounds like you're not very receptive.
You know what? I think I know what's going on. There was a chick that was whooping your ass, wasn't there, DLF, when you were growing up? No, I don't know, Edna. Maybe you look like that chick that was, whooping his ass on a daily basis.
Listen, Monty, I wasn't really scrapping like that, you know. But
Yeah, but maybe
I do
somebody in
remember this
Buffalo, New
one
York.
time
Yeah.
I got in a fight. I remember that it was a half day of school, and I was up
Mhm.
late because it was a half day, right? And so we were just like BSing, like I just needed to get through 3, 4 hours, and I can go home and go to sleep. And I'm on the bus, and this kid sits next to me, and it's like he had ants in his pants. He couldn't sit down and be still, and I couldn't
Mhm.
take it. So I was like, if you sit down and bump me one more time, it's gonna be a problem. He was like, whatever, blah blah. So we got to tussling, and uh, it was like taking a little punch from the kids, but he had those little hormones going. That was a tough hit I took. I was like, I can't do this.
Mhm. Right. Wow. All right, DLF, come on, take the link. What does
So
Edna?
anyway, I say that's the deal of I'm not a violent person now.
Yeah. But you just want your way, don't you, DLF? He likes giving me orders. I remember that I had to report in whenever
Okay.
the like 2 years ago if I ever touched down in Buffalo. I had to ask him permission. Like he DLF the mafia boss. Hey Debs, what's up? Long time. I guess it's pretty late for you, Debs. It's like what, like 10:10 where you're at right now, Debs? Now Debs is from the UK. Shout
How are
out
you,
to
Deb?
Debs.
You
She's in the
okay?
UK. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about the
Yeah,
weed butter and the cat. Well, we did see Willie, which is good. Now we
did.
got to talk
Okay.
about the weed
I
butter.
was gonna say we need a proof. Like, yeah. How did you DLF? We saw you making it, right? So did you just put it on bread, or did how did you eat your butter? Listen, I don't use a lot of butter. DLF is a baby, and Jill is a Monty, and no.
Hmm. And after I try to hook him up with Azria, can you imagine that? You could have gotten
Man,
Azria the
she sounds
Amazon,
hot.
right?
Yeah, you couldn't handle listening to her, let alone being in her presence.
Right? Can you imagine DLF has like a little dog collar on and he's in a dress and he's getting pegged by Azria?
Oh,
I don't think
he
he could
wouldn't
handle
he
her,
wouldn't be able
DLF.
to say anything, whatever she wanted. Yeah, she had me thinking some things. I'm just like, goodness, girl, calm it down.
Right?
This
All
on the
right.
Family Channel.
Yeah, we definitely need to have Azria on again because I really didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was fun though,
Mm-hmm.
Daddy.
All right. So DLF
That
is
was fun.
saying no, and that he put the butter on his PP. That's what he said. He put it on his DICK.
Uh,
I don't think that's gonna go well for you. I mean, your head can absorb pretty quickly, DLF, but do you really want to do it that way? Put can of butter on your dick? I guess he's saying no.
like soak alcohol, on it.
Mm-hmm. Stop
Wait, I
sleepy
put it
moo.
up. Okay.
What were you
Hey,
saying?
okay. Have you ever done anything like that? Like use the alcohol soaked tampon or
No,
rub any like
I've
ice
not
hot or
boofed.
something on your
No, I have never boofed, nor have I ever wanted to. No, there's a lot of people that do boof
This is a
because,
light
uh,
conversation between internet
right.
strangers.
If you get like the breathalyzer, the boofing can thwart the breathalyzer because you're absorbing it, through your bum rather than drinking it because the breathalyzer
Okay.
can sense the alcohol that goes through the normal way of imbibing stuff. But if you boof, it doesn't pick it up. So no, I haven't boofed. Never needed to. Never wanted to.
No, no, I'm a super lightweight. I'll drink. I'll have like as soon as I'm taking a sip, I'm like, okay. It's like I'm already in altered dimension.
Hmm. He's saying freeze the butter into dick shapes and shove it up my ass pipe. Have you ever had anything put in your ass, DLF?
Um,
No, I'm asking for real. I'm asking serious. I'm not even joking around. Like, have you ever had stuff go up the booty?
I mean, I understand that that's like a pleasure zone, yeah, but I just feel like absolutely not. In no way, for no reason, should anything be going in.
Yeah, true.
That's just me personally. DLF, that was oddly specific. I mean, if he wants to butter the inside of his like his anus,
Oh boy. Inquiring minds
Monty,
want
what
to know.
happened that you're so sick?
I don't know.
What are
It's
you
because I
doing?
was doing drywall, right? So I've been mudding and taping. And when you sand, even with the mask, sometimes you can inhale. And then, I just got a bit sick from
Oh,
that.
got
So that was
you.
why. But I'm getting over
Oh,
it
take care of yourself. We want you healthy.
for sure. 100%. I will.
Yeah, okay. So how's the home renovations coming?
Good. I can't complain. I'm taking things literally one day at a time. So, right now I'm just, doing what I need to do. Yeah,
Are you
exactly.
still
Drywall just
painting?
goes over. I'm pretty much done the painting. Like there's one wall that I did patch. I just gotta paint that. But other than that, I am good to go.
Oh, good. I rearranged some items and I'm like my place a little better. Think like, as I'm going to my stuff, like putting stuff on the walls and it just looks so I don't know, like my crap up on the wall.
I see.
I went like it didn't look like, the design books or something. So
Hmm.
I might just, just like pick something and like get, just like how you can get a whole set of something. So it's really matchy matchy, but I don't care. Like I'd rather have that because I don't know, my stuff is just looking too eclectic.
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. DLF is saying you'll still fail the breathalyzer boofing. It measures your blood alcohol content excreted through
Oh,
breath. It doesn't measure alcohol smell. Should I Google that? I guess. Uh,
I don't know. Debs, what's going on here? You got a problem with me or what?
no, Debs is cool. Debs is really cool. She's just
Okay,
asking in a
sorry.
fun way.
I was just
You
joking,
read that?
but I
Yeah,
misread that.
yeah, you did. So DLF has a thing for Edna then? Maybe he does. Maybe he just can't, he can't deal with a powerful woman like Edna. Yeah, a
Oh my
woman who's
goodness.
got her stuff
That's the thing.
together.
I don't even think I'm a powerful woman.
Well, you got your stuff together. You got a house. A lot of people they say these days are not going to be able
I'm
to
not even
even
like,
afford a home.
trying to be a member of society.
Yeah, they like I've been hearing too many news stories. They're like, yeah, in Canada especially, home ownership is out of the question for a lot of people. Oh, look at you with your
Mm.
blatant racial statements. You're
First
calling
of
her a
all, I
welfare
wish I
queen when
did
she just got
qualify
a house,
for welfare.
right? DLF, she's
Yeah,
got a house,
just
okay. All right, Mister.
I don't even want to. It's just funny. I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, it makes you laugh sometimes when people say these statements, calling somebody a welfare queen when they just bought a house and just moved in. And then he takes a look at where I live, and he's particularly surprised. Oh, really? You put in
To be clear,
animal
I don't have a
chimpanzee,
mortgage.
right? See? Yeah, DLF, you are right in the government. Why don't you come on up and speak your mind, DLF? Speak your mind. Come on. You know what, DLF? You will never say that to the manager at your apartment building. You know, the black guy that you have a problem with. You're not gonna say that. You never say that on the streets. You only wanna be a keyboard warrior online. You still gonna go to the Pride tomorrow, DLF? Right, TM?
DLF, are you part of the community?
Well, for some
Is he an
reason, he wants
ally?
to go
What
to
is?
Pride
Why
again
is he going to Pride?
because he's a stalker. He's
No. Okay.
stalking those ladies again. What's up, Evil Queen?
Oh my goodness. I don't get what is the appeal with lesbians. Like they don't want you as a man.
Listen, that is like the number one search category for prawn. I don't know what is up with guys, but like that is like number one.
That's crazy. Planet of the Apes. So you know I love that movie. I watched like all the old versions of it in the 70s with like the terrible sci-fi like
Right?
yeah. I think there's like a new one going on. I don't have a TV. I don't watch any like I don't know, like I never know what's happening in the world really. But I think there's a new one going on
There
or coming
is, there
along.
is. Yeah, I think it's out in theaters. The newest Planet of the Apes. I haven't been. It's
Okay.
called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So it
Oh, I'm
just
so
came out
excited.
on May the 10th. Yeah, Pride Parade
Thanks for
happens out
reminding me.
front. Hmm. Well, DLF,
Oh, so it's just
aren't you
really
really?
convenient.
Well, not only that, but he plays it off like he's only there to get cans. He knows he still has a restraining order. He knows that the ladies are most likely gonna be there, and every single year it's the same type of thing. Oh, well, what should I do if it's like right by my building? I'm not supposed to be within 100 yards of one of the ladies. Well, then don't go to Pride then. But then he's like, oh well, I can pick up cans and bottles and
Yeah,
bring them
don't call
in.
it that.
Mm-hmm. Else you might be violating the restraining, or is it a protective order? I always get them mixed up, you know. But whatever order you have, DLF, sometimes
Is there
that's
a
just
difference?
life. Yeah, there is a difference. But usually people just call them the same thing, restraining or protective order.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why
Stay
was
out of your
DLF
neighborhood.
popped in the face?
Yeah. Why was he popped in the face? Because he probably was mouthing off to whoever popped him at Endeavor in the parking lot.
I love when those situations happen in real time. You know, like when somebody who deserves to get popped in the gets it.
Did you ever see the picture of
Thanks
his
for
face?
sharing this with us, DLF. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Did you ever see his face picture?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday. You showed us.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mama Scrunch was like, "Oh, you want to see his picture?" I was like, "Okay, Mama Scrunch." And then Mama Scrunch was like, "Yeah, here he is. He got popped."
Aw, he kind of looks like a sweetheart right there. If I didn't know any
Right?
better.
Poor baby got sucker punched in the face.
That's why we don't call people the N-word, DLF.
Yeah, because you might actually have consequences if they see you face to face. All right. Well,
I
I
think he would
still,
step down if you wanted so he can come back.
only if you want to, Edna.
He
I
was
still
blowing
gotta
up
know about
steam.
Mama Scrunch.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'll let you tell him.
All
Bye.
right,
Bye,
Edna.
everyone.
All right, take care. Thanks for coming up. All right, DLF, you have it your way. Edna is stepping down so you can come up. You'll be a pride armed and you'll be taping. What are you trying to say, DLF? That you're going to have your knife just in case you see me? Is that what you're saying? Well, man up and come on panel and tell me about it. If that's what you want, you're going to be a man with your knife. And saying that you're going to be videotaping them, then man up, okay? All right? Man up right now. Go on screen. Man up. DLF. Man up. All right, we're waiting. We're waiting for DLF. He's gonna come up. All right. All right, what's up? All right. Whose address is that? DLF. Whose address is that?
You know who it is.
No, I don't. Whose is
Yeah,
it?
you know.
I don't.
Show it.
No.
Show it.
You think this is funny? You don't think I can just blur this out later?
Show my name.
Whose address is it, DLF?
You know whose it is.
All right, 1 second. I'll show the name. Give me a second.
Suck on that, bitch.
No one wants to. No one. All right, there. I'm going to show it.
Bitch boots. Oh, you can change your fucking name. Can I change yours to Carrie Crooks? Do you like Dick Nixon?
What?
Did you like the Nixon, the president Nixon?
If I like Nixon?
Yeah, Richard Nixon.
Why? Why are you asking?
Oh, because at least he. Oh hi. Because at least he's not a crook like you.
Yeah, but what Nixon had Watergate happen?
Huh?
Nixon had Watergate.
Yeah. Did he say like I'm not a crook or something?
Mm-hmm.
And your last name is Crooks.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're a crook? He's not a crook though.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I can tell.
Then Dick Nixon was, I'm not a crook.
Somebody said you sort of look like Nixon. That is actually pretty
Like
true.
tricky Dick Nixon. That's right.
So what happened with Mama Scrunch? Did you yell at
Well,
Mama Scrunch yesterday?
she calls me up out of the blue. And she's like, you need to take that video down where you tell your lived experience of being a sexual assault survivor. And I'm like, why? And she's like, you need to take it down. And Mark's getting a lawyer. And like, I'm like, I don't want to hear about him. Okay? If he has something to say to me, he should say it he should say it to me. Don't make your fucking little sister fight your fucking battles for you, you fucking pussy.
Okay. And then you hung up on her. Or did she hang up on you?
I hung up on her.
Did she call you back?
She was also saying shit like, she's gonna call my counselor, and she's gonna have him arrested because I told him what was going on between me and my rich uncle. Yeah, this is what's going on. Okay, she is literally trying to have my counselor arrested because I told him what was going on with my rich uncle. Don't you think that's kind of fucked up?
When you say told him as what? Like years ago?
What?
You told him years ago that this happened.
No. My mother wants to have my therapist arrested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because he's supposed to, what's it called again? When if somebody tells you something that you have to report it to the authorities.
No.
Isn't she acting under that?
No. My
Something
therapist.
reporter,
Yeah,
mandated reporter.
My therapist is a mandated reporter.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not an ongoing thing. He only has to report it if it's like happened, if it's ongoing.
Happening now or about to happen. Yeah.
Because then it's just like, well, okay. So think about it this way: if you went to jail for this, right, like a while ago, and then I went to counseling later in life, and I told the story, like, is he gonna have to report that? Like, it's already happened, it's already done and over. I'm just telling a fucking story. He can't just, if it was something like it was an ongoing thing, then yes, he would have to report that.
Okay, gotcha.
But don't you think it's fucked up that my mother is trying to get this guy arrested because I told him about what's going on with this shit? Like she's trying to silence my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's threatening to go after my therapist.
Have you ever tried to get a second opinion on what another therapist would say about your specific situation and your uncle?
Why? So
Because you started out years ago saying that therapist said that was SA, but not every therapist or shrink would say that. Like everybody. Yeah, go ahead.
But why would I not believe him? What, am I just supposed to go to a shrink just because I need to protect my uncle? I don't feel the need to protect my uncle. My therapist now says that it was sexual abuse. So right now I am saying that it is sexual abuse. I'm not going for a second opinion.
Okay. All right. Well, I can respect your lived experience, but boy, what a world we're living in these days.
I have no obligation to sit here and defend and protect my uncle. Okay.
Gotcha. All I gotta say to this is these days, even barbers are asking people if they have permission to touch them. Can you imagine your barber having to ask every time they need to, do something to your hair, asking for permission? This is the type of landscape and atmosphere that we're living in these days. It's kind of scary for like the current generation that's growing up, that anything can be seen as one thing versus the other. I saw this one story.
Yeah. Sorry if my uncle sexually abused me. Sorry if that's an inconvenience for him. Sorry.
So why don't you do something about it, DLF? Why don't you report it to the authorities?
I am.
Have you reported it before?
I'll probably this week.
So you have not done any reporting.
I am going to probably go this week.
Okay, because I would have thought you could have easily reported it when the cops showed up at your house.
I did. I told the cops about my uncle when they were there. They were just like, oh. But I mean, I'm actually waiting for something first before I go and report my uncle. Please. I'm waiting for some some extra evidence.
Okay.
Well,
TM asks, did you always hate your uncle, or was there a time you actually liked him?
not really.
So you always did not like him. How about Bodega Uncle? Do you like Bodega Uncle?
I don't really like anybody. Bodega Uncle, like, I don't know. I don't care. But he was the one that got me into like metal and shit.
Okay. All right, DLF. Well, I guess we're gonna see what happens with you. It is Saturday, so you do have
But
time
I'll
to make a report.
wait till at least the weekday too, because that's when the dicks are in, and I'm waiting. I kind of want my uncle to be arrested on a Friday at his work, like a Friday night, or like at his work, because then they can go in there and they can not only could they arrest him at his work and parade him around in front of his fucking coworkers, but also because it's a Friday night, you would have to sit there all weekend.
Yeah, not see the judge until Monday.
Yeah, yeah, and he can't even bail himself out. He can't even bail himself out until he actually sees the judge in the morning. No, I can't. I can't. 2027 is when I go and I'm gonna apply for the pardon for the lesbian charges.
Okay. So you've been saying things such as your uncle is touching kids. Could you explain more about that? And do you believe he's still doing that?
Well. I mean, he touched me, and how do you think you grab fat? You touch, okay? And since I was, a child, he's touching children. He's touching, as a little boy would have. So he's touching little boys.
I see. So there's no other children except for you that you know of that your
There
uncle.
was not kids, but there was my grandmother, which I believe that him doing that to her, he killed her. So because he was doing it while she was, had cancer and all this, and I think he actually, squeezed the cancer and made the cancer spread more throughout her body.
Because he was squeezing her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
Gotcha. All right. So have you gotten your benefits back, DLF?
I gotta go down there this week.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna go down there, and one of these days, it's like all around. You got that place. You got the fucking police station. I could just go and do my thing. I got a weed store right over there.
Okay, so I lost my train of thought there for a second. I had another very important question. So you're gonna report this really soon and whatnot. What was
Yeah,
it
I'm waiting for some evidence
for you to get?
to warm itself into all this.
I see. Evil Queen has been asking some things.
But I mean, the thing is that I have a feeling that I'm not going to be the one that's going to get my uncle arrested. It's going to be my mother in the end.
How would it be your mom?
Watch. Watch this whole thing unfold.
Oh yeah, you have a master plan? No worries, Evil Queen. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, DLF, like I said, we are gonna watch it unfold. Are you gonna be a pride tomorrow for sure?
There's going to be about two people that's going to have my uncle arrested. My mother. You know who the second person is?
No.
You want to guess?
I have no idea. I don't know your uncle. Would it be
My
your
mother,
therapist?
my mother, and you.
Really?
Really
Okay.
good at that. Hi.
Well, he has to reapply for his SS. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. So has the building been asking you for your rent?
I don't know.
When is Buffalo Pride? Is tomorrow, right, DLF?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffalo Pride Parade is tomorrow,
So I
the
think
2nd of June.
you and my mother are going to have my uncle arrested.
Okay. All right, DLF. We'll see if that happens. Okay. Anything else to say?
What else you want? What else you want?
I don't really have any questions. If anybody else has questions in the chat, then at the end of this, I'm going to be like, this is Monty, and I approve this message.
No. This is Carrie Carn.
No.
I want you to say that. Why don't you like your name?
Edna wants to ask if you're ready to be homeless.
Why don't you like your name?
I do like my name, but I like my moniker.
I don't do nicknames. You mean, don't call me DL. Call me Michael Constantino. Okay. I don't do nicknames. I don't do fake names.
Yeah. What's your
Yeah,
middle name, DLF?
I call you Lug Nut. I like that one. What about One Piece McNugget or One Pop?
Well, if you want me to call you Michael Constantino, then change your channel name to Michael Constantino.
Who the hell is Philtrum? The fuck is that?
That's that area on your face.
Oh, on your face. Was that a black person thing?
Well, your face as well. It's the middle groove in the upper lip that runs from the top of the lip to the nose.
Oh, there's actually a name for that?
Yeah.
Why is your name that now?
Because I like it. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. If anybody has any other pressing questions,
One piece McNugget and one pop. Hey, are you really coming to Pride tomorrow?
yeah, maybe I'll see you there.
Where are you gonna be at?
I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna be walking up and down.
No, then you have to go around the corner when you get in front of my apartment building.
Oh, so you don't want me at the front of your apartment building? You think I'm not you. I'm not gonna go the long way like you did with
You
that
have
guy
to
from
go
the
the
grocery
long
store.
way.
No, I'm going.
Would you have a problem if I didn't go the long way, going down 68 Game Creek Boulevard
I want you to pull up. Be a man and pull up
in Brampton,
and stand on business.
Ontario, Game Creek Crescent? What kind of name is that? That sounds like a fun place to live. That sounds like a video game reference.
Yeah.
Can you explain what goes on? Was it just like arcades up and down the street?
It's where we film OnlyFans.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can imagine it's just like it's your house and then it's just all arcades up and down the street.
Bree Free wants to know if you're playing with your inch.
Yeah, I've been doing that. Yeah, I've been masturbating on your live stream for the past 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the first person doing stuff like that. You're kind of like DSP 2.0. You know who DSP
Yeah,
is?
and have fun getting a strike.
Oh, you love doing that, don't you?
You were showing my dick was on there for 20 fucking minutes and you didn't even see it. So now you're gonna see you didn't even see it until the fucking someone said something.
Are you serious? You had it? Really?
Yeah. And
Is it that small?
And now you're gonna get a strike.
Oh, wow.
And it's a big one. It's the big one.
What are you doing with your mouse, DLF? Stop it.
What?
Are you reporting it right now?
Oh. But hold on a second.
I think Hershey kisses are bigger than you, DLF.
Hold on.
What are you doing? OMG, he's actually putting it in. All right, you know what, everybody? We're going to sign off. This is Monty from Filtrum Uncensored, and I approve this message.
Hey, Monty, you like that movie, the Full Monty?
Yeah. Too bad we seen your full Monty, and it's not even like a quarter Monty.
What's your? I think you should do a review of that movie.
Okay, I will.
You know, and let's see here.
All right, people. I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me. We are done, and we'll be back another time. Take care of yourselves. and bye bye. See you later, people.